South Africa. Flying in a not that little of a little plane. It's pretty neat. It's pretty high actually. Flying Mike Murray's place to go do my Rhino, my first leg of the Big Five. Pretty excited. Having some chips on the way. Simple chips, salt vinegar. My bad, that was upside down. So, Cappy, what do you think about this experience?
Can you read this?
Yeah, this is...
Because you're going to need some where we're going.
I am in South Africa, along with my dad and my trusty cameraman, Cappy. Hi, welcome to Youngblood. I am your host, Mackenzie Sims. I may only be 14 years old, but I'm a lifelong hunter. I was born in February, and that year, my dad took me hunting. This is my TV show, and I hope you enjoy it.
For this episode, we're going to be going to South Africa for one of the most exciting rhino hunts anyone could ever imagine. Mackenzie will be hunting with a dart gun for a 5,000-pound white rhino as they hunt for a darted animal on what is known as a green hunt. Mackenzie will stalk within 30 yards of one of the most dangerous animals on the face of the African continent.
For the first season, I'd like to bring you something truly special and amazing. Along with my dad, Jack, and the rest of the Youngblood team, we set out on a 48-day safari with one incredible goal in mind: to start and finish Africa's Big Five. The Youngblood team arrived in Johannesburg. We got on a charter flight for about an hour and a half and landed at Mike Murray's ranch, which is located in the Cape Province. It feels so great to finally be on African soil. I have dreamed about this trip ever since my dad came and got his Cape Buffalo and lion, and now it's my chance to get a crack at the Big Five, here at Mike Murray's ranch in the Cape Province.
Okay, this is another black rhino, but I'd like to show you where we were looking at for shot placement on my white rhino when we finally get a shot at one. It's a beautiful morning here in South Africa, and this is my PH Saki. How big is this match that we're hunting?
Yeah, we're gonna hunt basically this whole block's about 45,000 acres, and yeah, it's our first morning, and we're gonna try and get the first one of your Big Five.
My goal is to be the youngest kid to ever get Africa's Big Five. But there's two Big Fives, the modern and the classic. The modern is with the white rhino and the classic is with the black. The reason they brought in the modern is because a long time ago, the black rhino's numbers were so low that they're on the endangered species list. But with the help of hunting today, they are both able to be hunted, the black and the white rhino. You can also dart the white rhino, which is called a green hunt. That's also counts as your Big Five, and that's what I do on this hunt. But before we go out looking for the white rhino, I need to take a few practice shots with the dart gun, because let alone I've never even seen one before. So at lunch one day, my PH Saki and I got the dart gun out, set a target up, took a few shots. I didn't think I did too bad, but Saki said he was really impressed and he was ready to go.
You keep it like this, and just slow movements. A rhino eyesight is not that good. So if you're gonna have a slow movement coming up, coming down, you got your red spot, and you try to get a 90-degree shot on the animal.
Anywhere right here with all this back leg muscle?
Butt, neck, where there's muscle. I'll show you on the rhino where, or I'll tell you on that stage. But your butt, your neck, you've got a big neck area.
Muscle right there.
Yeah.
Bunch of muscle right here.
Yeah, all the muscle. If you have to use the safety, just there's the safety on your gun. Take your hand and hold it and just squeeze it through. If you're gonna do this, it's gone. The rhino will just take off. Their hearing is absolutely magnificent. So just try to slowly squeeze
Use
it.
both fingers.
Yeah, just hold it and squeeze it through like that.
Okay.
So you want an absolutely clear shot.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to sit down a bit or just have another shot? I mean, I think you're doing good.
That's pretty cool.
You might want to turn your scope off, and then remember, did that work for your eyes good, buddy? Okay.
How you turn the scope off?
Well, just like you do on the other deal. You go to 0, that should be off.
It's off, yeah, but I tried to. That's it.
I actually did better than the PH did, I tell you that. You know, not one to brag, but you know.
The wind doesn't affect it that much, as we can find out. It's pretty fun. Maybe we'll be able to find a rhino and get in on it and get a clean shot on it. This feels really good. It's lightweight, easy to aim. And this man over here is our tracker Booty. Thank you, Booty.
My main goal at this ranch was to dart the white rhino, which is the green hunt. And that was something very new to me, and it was going to be an exciting adventure, and I hope you like it. I had a few questions regarding the green hunt, like, what's the real purpose of this? And Mike had no problem answering them.
Well, it plays an important part because it gives us something back on the management. This allows us to generate some income from her, and then also it plays a valuable part in our management to give us data on the rhino. And the beauty of it is, we're hoping she'll be pregnant and produce another calf for us within the next 6 to 8 months still. A lot of people also cannot afford to kill, and a lot of people don't want to do a kill. For a lot of people to see that rhino get up is more important, to know that they've played such a vital part in the management and probably in the future of having rhino around. Our objective is to be able to dart a rhino a minimum every 2 years, that we can monitor stuff like trace element deficiencies, the growth rates. For us at the moment, we've got between 15 and 25 rhino. We're wanting to push that up a little bit this year because we've got all the structures in place to look after them. But I think that from a management point of view, you can't do it less than 2. You should try and get around to them every 2 years. Although the numbers we've got now, we don't do many darts here a year. We probably do 2, 3 sometimes. So we haven't been using it as efficient a management tool as we should. But we will get to that.
The cradle of humankind, the African continent offers a rich spectrum of life itself, and its incredible abundance and diversity of wildlife stands testament to that fact. The density and range of freedom afforded African animal species is unparalleled. 10 to 15,000 years ago, when North America lost some 3/4 of its megafauna population, Sub-Saharan Africa lost only 2 types of these large animals. When ecosystems elsewhere were being driven to extinction, in Africa, they were being driven to diversity. And still, it remains a center of wildlife conservation. Many species have faced endangerment. These conservation efforts have sometimes ended in failure, but sometimes in triumph. However, like many African species, rhinos face a significant and rising threat: poaching.
Luckily at this stage we're not in a high poaching zone, and we keep a very low profile. We don't have any fancy advertising on the main roads that we are game ranch, etc. We like to keep it as low profile as possible.
Rhinoceros horns are believed to have medicinal value in traditional Asian medicine, and although no scientific data exists to back up such beliefs, rhino horns sell for more than $40,000 per kilogram on the black market. This slaughter is an ever-increasing threat to the modern conservation efforts which originally saved the species from extinction. Cows are killed while pregnant or still safeguarding their young,
We don't have, there aren't a lot of helicopters. The poachers are using helicopters and all these sort of things now. We don't have a lot of those down here at this stage yet. You talk to guys with game ranches north of Johannesburg. I mean, one guy was telling me every 30 minutes they hear a helicopter going over their ranch. Now, if we hear a helicopter once a month, then we pick our ears up.
Poachers are an organized, efficient force comprised of ex-military, experienced criminals, and even veterinarians. Modern poaching takes place often in high-tech aerial assaults by helicopter, designed to quickly spot and kill their targets, and just as quickly flee the scene with their contraband.
As far as a ranching perspective in South Africa, which is the most sophisticated country on the continent, we are still fairly isolated, and hopefully it stays that way.
Mike's place held the new #1 SCI white rhino bull, and they thought that a Pacific female had become pregnant by him.
They expect to come to the table with a hidden phone.
The reason we did a dart hunt on this Pacific rhino was because Mike said that she is possibly pregnant by the new #1 rhino bull. And the reason you do a green hunt is so they could take studies, and that's what Mike wanted to do. He wanted to get studies, see if she is pregnant, wanted to check her health, wanted to make sure, she was perfect still.
Okay, get ready. Oh, I'm going to just spot her 2 female rhinos here, and then there's the one over here. Yeah, a female with calf somewhere out here. Then there's a male over here, and we're gonna go try darting this thing.
With a green hunt, you have to get close.
Yeah.
So it actually is a very, very challenging hunt.
It's not just like a walk in the park.
Exactly, no. You know, otherwise, as long as the wind's right and you've got some cover, you can take a shot from any distance. You know, also if you take it the size rhino that you got today, there are very few people that will do rhino kills that will ever get close to taking that size rhino.
They might be big, but they're surprisingly quick. A white rhino can run up to and over 30 miles an hour. On a white rhino. It was a fun stop. We stalked from clear back over there. Whoa. Came around this hill. Got the first leg of the big five, maybe. Then tip over.
From a ranching perspective, you know, the future of a lot of Africa's wildlife is going to be in private hands.
Well, that's why you can go shoot a white rhino that
Yeah.
private people took it over and worked at it. Yeah.
As we were discussing, you know, if the game rancher, if there's no incentive for the game rancher to have the animal other than the aesthetic value, we would just have one or two running around to look at that.
Fellas?
Go that side, right? You'll move for the photo he's not.
You know, the vet gets in there as quick as possible. You put eye drops in the eyes and put a towel over it because the eyes stay open while it's down.
Its eyes, its eyes can't close. So.
The vet will take blood samples to test and make sure the rhino is pregnant and get traces of elements to prove that her diet is good.
Just watch that coffee, ne? Bring your cup back. You want to be able to bring I lorry to put into it.
After the rhino was down, we got to it. The vet was giving it all the tests, you know. But my cameraman, Cappy, told me to come closer, you know, to get some good photographs. But I said, dude, take the photographs right here because I want to stay back away. Because you're standing testing the size of a minivan and it's just breathing, going. Collecting dung?
Yep.
Oh boy.
That's a new job.
I think you must do it too, Dad, today.
Getting heavy? That's right.
This is my darted rhino. We're about to let her up. Gotta make small talk right now because.
You switch it off, Mike.
And now we're gonna go sit in the back and watch her get up and wander off.
And then after he got his studies done, and all the pictures were taken quickly because, you know, you don't want to have this thing laying here for a long time. We got in the back of the truck, which was like a mere 10 yards away, and Cappy's like, talk to the camera, and I'm like, you know, the rhino's sitting right there still, Cappy, you know. And the vet gave it the little wake-up shot, and it, you know, slowly got up, sniffed the ground. I was talking to the camera, you know, kind of a little bit nervous, but, you know, nothing happened. The rhino sniffed the ground a little bit and, you know, trotted away, and we all, you know, it was a happy day. As a hunter, it gives me a much better perspective on how much we can give back to nature conservation and management.
It'll work, huh? You know what? We get lucky every now.
Now I get to eat a Hershey bar.
Well, how do you try to lucky?
Congratulations, young man. Very well done.
What you're doing.
Very well done.
Yep.
Compromise, but
Bye, Cappy. Bye.
Very well done, Ed. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Under difficult conditions with the wind blowing. Cheers to a great Rhino.
Everybody was good.
I'm glad you could join me tonight. I hope to see you for the rest of the season. I think it's going to be an adventure of a lifetime.
Next week on Youngblood.
Must be a back injury, and yeah, I don't like animals suffer, so we can see if we can't just take him out of his misery and just see what's wrong.
And they knew they were going to use that because we had spoke to them about 3 times.
It's a beautiful morning here in South Africa, and this is my PH, Saki. The red light's on, so it needs a recording still.
Wheel will be in 20 steps from the animal. No, not more than 25.